There's a new video going viral and it features a Cleveland bus driver punching a female passenger. I want you guys to pay close attention to every single second of this video because every single second is relevant. Let's take a look. And by the way, it is a difficult video to watch if you're uncomfortable seeing a man physically assault a woman. So I'll give you that.
You and your bitch.
I bring my daughter up in, whoop yo. I bring my granddaughter up in.
Okay, well bring them, nigga. Bring your mammy up here, bitch, and I'll beat her ass too.
Look at her.
Nigga, I dog that hoe too, nigga.
Look like somebody done slice your face up.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Your face up. Bitch, somebody.
Ooh!
You going to jail now?
Okay, what's
You
up,
going to
nigga?
jail
Let's
now?
go, nigga.
You going to jail?
Oh my God.
So let me start off by saying the obvious. He shouldn't have punched her. Okay, I know that there are a lot of people who are saying, oh, she deserved it, she was asking for it. It's also important to note that she did, I don't know if she hit him or what but she definitely touched him first.
She definitely assaulted him. Okay, so let's go back. What happens is they're arguing back and forth. I don't know how.
We don't know what
how
they're
it started.
arguing about, so that's kind of the difficult part. I want to know what provoked that kind of interaction between them.
But here's a part that I was very uncomfortable with. She kept calling him the N-word.
Yeah,
I think, please stop. And then she kept calling him a bitch too.
Her behavior was unacceptable, and she would not let it go.
And then he says, your face looks like it's been sliced up because you're so ugly, looks like it got sliced up. That makes the other passengers hoot and holler and laugh, and that's what makes her angry. And then she approaches him, and she does something. You can't quite see it because the other guy's in the way, but she definitely assaults him somehow. And then that's when the bus driver gets up and goes, you're going to jail now. You're going to jail because, she assaulted him.
Right.
And then he just rocks her with that punch, which is ridiculous. And then she says to him, no, you're going to jail, bitch. So I actually absolutely hate watching clips like this. It makes me
sick to my stomach.
Sick. Like I don't. It seems so trashy, and it just seems. I don't know.
Let me preface what we're about to say by mentioning that this isn't something that we condone. People.
Of course not. Who condones this?
I know, but people get a kick out of it. Let's keep it real. People get a kick out of it, and that's kind of what bothers me about this story because people enjoy it. People are talking about it, which is why it's going viral. A lot of people are defending the guy. And I can understand why people are defending the bus driver. He lost his job. He's already been suspended, and it's very, very likely that he'll no longer have that job after this investigation that his employers are going to do. But at the end of the day, he is the person who has more power than she does in this situation. And even though she's being extremely difficult, right? And it takes a lot of patience to deal with someone that has that attitude and it has the audacity to go and hit you first, right?
Well, she's a victim here, but not a sympathetic one. But she's still the victim. She was incredibly annoying. In the beginning, I didn't know what was going to happen. I was just watching. I was like, just shut up. I was like, why don't you just shut up? She's being so annoying. And then when he punched her in the face, I was like, oh my God, like that, now you're the bad guy.
I know.
At first I thought she was the bad guy, then he became the bad guy. And look, I don't condone what he did at all, and I don't even condone the people who are expressing sympathy, but I think it comes from this place where, in our culture, we cannot hit a woman. We're not supposed to hit a woman, although we do, okay? And there's way too much domestic violence, and we have to root that out. But the vast majority the vast majority of men, I think, do not hit women. I would have never hit that woman like that. But I would have been really angry. I would have gotten in her face and screamed at her. But we're always told to not hit, not hit, not hit. And then in this instance, he did hit, and I feel like it was somehow like he was hitting for all those guys who wanted to hit a woman but didn't or couldn't for one reason or another. So it was kind of cathartic. Again, I'm not defending him. I'm just explaining why there was an outpouring of support for him and his action. Again, his action is wrong. I mean, you can't hit a woman like that. I mean, he's so much bigger, so much stronger. You just can't do it. But when he did, I think some people cheered him on for that reason.
you could call the authorities. I mean, at the end of the day, you have to think about yourself, right? You got to think about your job, and you got to think about, what your priorities are. And even if you're so tempted to do something to harm this woman, you got to think about what's right. And what's right is to call the authorities. Maybe you find a way to get her off the bus. Even if you have to push her off the bus, I don't know, just get her off, right? Because she's obviously provoking a violent situation, and you need to find a better way to handle it. And I feel bad because he didn't start off in the wrong, and you're just kind of like, okay, just remain patient, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. But she was not stopping, and it's really, really difficult.
Yeah, I do feel some level of sympathy for him prior to the punch because, what you said about just push her off the bus. If he pushed her, she's not the type to just take it, right?
I know,
so
I know.
If he put his hands on her, she was going to attack him, and she did attack him. But the most impressive thing of the whole video is how she wasn't knocked out. If he punched me like that, I think I would be dead. I'd be knocked out, or if I were conscious, I'd be in a fetal position whimpering and crying. She was tough. I mean, she popped right back up and she attacked him again, and they had to separate them. I was really impressed with how tough she was.
Yeah, she did get up, and passengers had to separate them because she would not let up.
Come on, if some guy, he's a
I'd
big
be,
guy.
I'm convinced that, no, I wouldn't just be out. I'm convinced that punch would kill me. Like,
You
that
might
was
have broken a neck or a neck bone or
You can
broken
hear
your,
it. You can
broken
hear
your
it.
jaw. I mean, it was so bad. I mean, that was a serious punch.